Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. I'm Mike, and today I'm with Karen. We're diving into something pretty crucial for all you Indian hotel owners out there.
Absolutely, Mike.
We're talking about Arun Kumar Raman's blog series, 50 Mistakes, Why Most Hotels Fail and How You Can Succeed. Specifically, mistake number 28, why not engaging with local events wastes revenue opportunities.
It's a big one, Mike, and honestly, it's a mistake we see so many hotels making.
I can imagine, think about it. You've got these huge events happening right in your city.
Exactly.
Music festivals, industry expos, even something like wedding season brings in so many people who all need a place to stay.
And they're ready to spend.
Yeah.
Arun really dives into the cost of just ignoring these events. Like, picture this, your city is buzzing, there's a major festival going on, but your hotel is practically empty.
Oof, that's gotta hurt.
It means you're missing out on those big group bookings, the chance to adjust your rates, and even a huge opportunity to make your hotel more well-known in the area.
It's kind of like having a shop on a busy street during a parade, but keeping your doors closed.
It's
All those potential customers just walk right by.
Arun actually uses a great example in the blog. He compares two hotels in Jaipur, both facing the same situation. A big influx of visitors from major festivals and expos. One hotel really struggled to fill rooms. They just didn't have any plan to connect with event organizers or attendees.
So no real strategy to leverage the events.
Nope, not at all.
Okay, so what about the other hotel? How did they handle it?
Well, they really went all in on engagement.
Okay.
They partnered with organizers to offer discounts to attendees, created really attractive packages, included things like airport transfers, meals, even early check-in and late checkout.
So they made it super convenient for people coming to those events.
Exactly. That's the key, and it paid off big time. This hotel was fully booked during those busy weekends, and because of the high demand, they could even charge a bit more.
I see. So it's a direct link between engaging with the events and seeing that bump in occupancy and revenue.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
That makes perfect sense now for our listeners who are hearing this and thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually do it? What are some things they could do right now to start engaging with these events?
First things first, reach out to those event organizers. Connect with the wedding planners, the conference organizers, whoever's bringing those big groups to your city.
Got it. So be proactive.
Exactly. Offer them good rates for group bookings. Think about putting together special packages that cater to their specific attendees.
I like that. And Arun also talks a lot about using marketing, right?
Oh, absolutely. You have to leverage that marketing power. Things like geo-targeted ads are fantastic for this. You can really focus on people who are already near those event locations.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And don't forget about social media. Engage with the right hashtags you want to get on the radar, people who are already excited about that event.
Those are some really practical tips.
Mhm.
What about hosting events at the hotel itself?
That's another great strategy. Pre-event or post-event gatherings can be a fantastic way to showcase your hotel. Think about using your banquet halls, restaurants, maybe even your rooftop if you have one.
Right. Create those unique experiences.
Exactly. Maybe a networking mixer before a conference or a cool after party after a concert. You're adding value to the event and creating some buzz around your hotel.
And of course, generating some extra revenue.
Exactly. From food and beverage services, using your event spaces, it all adds up.
Now, I imagine that getting listed as an official partner for an event can also boost your visibility quite a bit.
Oh, for sure. Event organizers often recommend specific hotels to their attendees, so getting on that preferred list is huge.
So make your hotel stand out. Offer those little extras that make the experience even better.
Exactly. Things like early check-in, shuttle services, all of that helps.
It sounds like engaging with local events is a win-win for everybody.
It really is. The organizers, the attendees, and of course the hotels themselves.
Absolutely. All right, so we've covered some really solid strategies here, but we're just getting started in the next part of our deep dive. We'll explore even more benefits for Indian hotel owners and how this approach can lead to not just more revenue, but stronger brand awareness and lasting customer relationships.
We'll be right back, so stay tuned.
We'll be back in just a moment to continue our deep dive.
You know what's really interesting is that it doesn't have to be these massive events,
Right.
Arun's blog really stresses that even smaller, more niche gatherings can be a huge source of revenue.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
I hadn't really thought about that. What are some examples?
Well, think about local art festivals, farmers markets, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Even sporting tournaments, literary festivals. These events often attract a very specific kind of guest, someone who is really passionate about that particular thing and willing to spend money on accommodations and experiences that enhance their trip.
So it's about really understanding who those attendees are and what they're looking for.
Exactly. And then tailoring your offerings to match those interests. Like Imagine a hotel in Delhi during the India Art Fair. They could create a package that includes tickets to the fair, maybe a guided tour of local art
Oh,
galleries,
wow.
even a meet and greet with a well-known artist.
No, that's an experience.
Right, it's not just a place to stay, it becomes a way to really immerse yourself in that world.
It's really taking it to the next level.
And that's what turns a one-time guest into a loyal returning customer.
I see that makes a lot of sense.
Hmm.
Arun also talks about the importance of partnerships, right?
Yes, absolutely. Collaborating with local businesses and attractions can add so much value to your packages, and it creates a real sense of community for your guests. So let's say your hotel is in Goa, and there's a big yoga retreat happening nearby.
Okay.
You could partner with a local yoga studio to offer special classes for your guests, or maybe with a healthy food restaurant to create a special menu for the retreat participants.
So you're essentially creating a whole ecosystem of experiences for them.
Exactly. And you're also supporting local businesses contributing to the overall tourism of your city. It's a win-win for everyone.
That's brilliant.
Yeah,
It really is. It seems like a lot of this comes down to thinking outside the box, getting creative.
absolutely. It's about identifying those unique events and finding ways to connect with the people attending them. And remember, it's not just about making a profit. Arun really highlights how engaging with local events can have a positive impact on the entire community.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, by supporting local events and businesses, hotels can play a big role in boosting the local economy and fostering a sense of pride and engagement among residents. Like imagine a hotel in Kerala that actively promotes local artisans by showcasing their work in the lobby or maybe hosting craft workshops for their guests.
So it's a way of introducing visitors to that authentic culture.
Exactly, and it creates a ripple effect of economic benefits for the whole community. It enhances the guest experience because they have this more meaningful connection to the place they're visiting.
So it's about going beyond just being a hotel and becoming a real part of the local scene.
Precisely. And that's a powerful message for Indian hotel owners. By embracing those unique events and offerings that make their destinations special, they can create unforgettable experiences, build a thriving business, and contribute to the well-being of their community.
That's a wonderful takeaway, and it leads us to the big question. Are Indian hotel owners ready to shift their mindset from simply providing accommodation to creating these richer, more immersive experiences?
Okay.
We'll be back after a short break to wrap up our deep dive and explore that question further. All right, so we've really dug into how engaging with those local events can transform a hotel.
Okay.
It's not just a place to sleep anymore.
It really becomes this vibrant hub, all this activity and experience. It's great.
And we talked about how that approach doesn't just boost that bottom line, the revenue.
Right.
It builds those connections with the guests and the community.
It actually strengthens everything.
Arun's insights, they really push hotel owners to think outside the box,
Well,
about their place in the whole local scene.
it's about becoming a part of it all. Like a curator of experiences, a champion for that local culture, an active participant in the city.
Love that. So for our listeners who are ready to jump in, what would be your final piece of advice?
Well, I'd say start by really getting to know your city's rhythm. What are those recurring events that happen? What makes your destinations stand out?
Right. Find that special something.
Once you have that, you can start brainstorming those creative ways to align your hotel with those events, tap into what those potential guests are interested in.
So turning those insights into action.
Exactly. Maybe it's reaching out to an event organizer, crafting a special package, partnering with a local business.
Those are great starting points.
And don't be afraid to try things out. Experiment a little, see what works, track those results, and find what really clicks with your target audience.
It's all about evolving and making your hotel stand out.
The beauty of this approach is that it's a journey for everyone you know,
I like that.
for the hotel and for the guests.
Well, as we wrap up our deep dive into mistake number 28, I hope our listeners are feeling inspired, ready to explore all the possibilities those local events hold.
It's an exciting world out there.
It really is. Remember, it's not just about filling those rooms. It's about creating memorable experiences that benefit everyone involved.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive. We'll be back soon with another insightful exploration from Arun Kumar Raman's blog series, 50 Mistakes, Why Most Hotels Fail, and How You Can Succeed.
Until then, keep those rooms booked and those guest experiences unforgettable.
This is Mike and Karen signing off.